Welcome to Infinite Light. My name is Shawnee, and today's gonna be this video is going to be I don't know what it's gonna be. I know what it's about, but I don't know what's gonna come out in this reading. I'm about to put my makeup on and get ready to do some record. This video is going to reach you. It's going to reach whoever it absolutely needs to reach. And I have all faith in that. As a matter of fact, I said prayer on that very thing before we started. And as I was cleansing the room. So in, I think it was 2 days ago, I did my own tarot reading. I was compelled to do my own. I normally don't do my own tarot readings too much because my pride kind of gets in the way and I start using my own personal bias and think I can tell the cards. No, that's not going to happen. That happens a lot, actually, when I do my tarot readings, or else sometimes the message will get discombobulated. If you watch other tarot readers, it's kind of, I feel like it's like split 50-50. Some people can do and see clearly what the cards are telling them about their own lives, and other people say they have a hard time and they have to go to I guess people call them tarotists, other tarot readers to get the message for themselves, because their mind probably does what mine does. So I had 2 towers pop out in my reading 2 days ago. And the reason why the second tower popped out was because I didn't want to believe the first tower. Well, the tower moments actually happened. The 2 towers were supposed to signify how truly strong the tower, the loss, was going to, and even probably not probably, but definitely my evolution, how potent the power of that experience was going to be for me. 227 on the timer when I said that. And that number speaks to me. So last night I experienced those 2 towers simultaneously. And I'm here to talk to those people who have been through moments like that in their life. I have to first start out by saying how truly grateful I am, because I have evolved so much in the last year of my healing journey. The biggest thing that I think maybe there's 2 huge messages in here for anybody experiencing this loss, rejection, heartbreak. The first is that's why it's so important to, I'm gonna put my makeup on. That's why it's so important for you to know who you are. You have to go through a self learning period in your life. Is very, very important, because when somebody starts, I don't know, maybe potentially like calling you out your name or devaluating who you are in a conversation, or just in general, like if they view you as the villain or it's all your fault, if you don't know your own worth and who you are, so on and so forth, going into that experience, you're gonna believe what it is that they're saying. And it's really going to, I'm going to use a word that's cliche, but okay, maybe I just don't use the word. It's really going to slow your forward momentum. You're going to get stuck, essentially, in a loop, in a cycle of self-loathing, self-hate, negative talk. So really and truly finding out who you are and knowing your worth is, and knowing your potential, and being able to look back at your life and see all of the things that you have overcome already, That's important. And you do that through purposeful healing. Going to a therapist, maybe potentially going to a coach, going to a shaman, but it takes retrospect and introspect, and pause in order to do that. And then the second thing, so the first thing is know thine self, to thine own self be true. And the second thing is ritual. You have to have a ritual in your life to keep you centered, or rituals in your life to keep you centered. And then whenever something takes you off kilter, you need to be able to be disciplined, motivated, self-guided enough to go back to those rituals so that you can recenter yourself, so that you can find your life again, so that you can continue on along your path. I'm going to say a third thing, all right? Because this is a part of my story. So a third thing is, it is okay to feel. Emotions aren't the enemy. You self-sabotage yourself when you don't allow yourself to feel fully. And so whatever emotion it is that you feel in any situation, that is the emotion that you are supposed to feel and is truly genuine. And don't ever let anybody tell you that you're overreacting or underreacting, or your reaction isn't appropriate, because whatever it is that you're feeling is exactly what you're supposed to feel. And I'll tell you what that means. Okay. So if I wasn't self-aware in this situation, because I'm an Aries, I'm a heavy Aries. I'm Aries, Libra, Aries, Pisces, Aries all throughout my chart, and Sagittarius all throughout my chart. So I've been known to speak to call some people out their name in my past, to lose my temper, if you will. I used to be the type of person where if I felt cornered or hurt, I would lash out and try to make the other person feel just as bad as I felt. And I've evolved from that. And I don't think age has anything to do with it. I am 42, but I don't think age has anything to do with it. It goes back to rule number one, guiding light. Number one is you have to be true to yourself. And whenever you go off kilter like that and start cussing people out and losing your temper and start reacting versus responding, then you lose your power and you give the other person power. And depending on the type of person that you're dealing with, they might use that as ammunition against you. I told you she was crazy, or, telling somebody else that, or I knew you couldn't handle these type of situations. I knew you were weak. And then they get license almost to berate you even more. So it's very important to pick now as the time to start learning how to respond versus react. Because the situation that I experienced, and this is really a huge loss for me in my life. This isn't just like a peripheral player. This is a huge important figure in my life that I've recently had to say goodbye to. And honestly, I probably should have said goodbye to years ago. Years ago. But I didn't. I kept holding on. Things are gonna change. Things are gonna change. They didn't mean it. Oh, they meant it. Oh, they meant it, because their reality is their reality. They meant it. Somebody else's reality that you hold important doesn't have to be the same reality as you. Just because, and I just recently heard this, you can be up at odds and lose somebody that also loves you. But love in human beings is very conditional. This person could love me, but not unconditionally. Some people's love can turn to hate, and they stay in that. And just because my love didn't turn to hate doesn't mean that I can miraculously love this person so much that they will remove themselves from hating me. Sometimes you can't and shouldn't try to change other people's minds, because it's source, it's the divine trying to tell you you've evolved, you've outgrown this situation. So what did I do when this happened? Well, it happened and I maintained my cool. And then, the goodbye ensued. And I maintained my cool. I let it happen. Didn't cuss nobody out. Didn't say, well, you did that. No, I didn't play victim. I didn't name call. I didn't finger point. Because the truth is that I played a role because I stayed too long. And then, so I'm a parent. So I did just like any other parent would. I went to the bathroom. And I cried. And for those of you guys who don't know me, I'm used to pride myself on not being a big crier, but this needed to happen. I needed an immediate release. I think because it took so much strength to not say anything, I needed to immediately release that energy. So I did. And then I didn't cook dinner. I told my kids, hey, mom's not feeling 100% right now. It's about honesty. It's about communication for the people that are still around you and in your circle and your energy. Hey, I'm not feeling 100% right now. They don't need to know the details. Not at all. They're still kids and have the right to still be kids. But I will not be making dinner tonight. So went to Chipotle. And then I laid down and watched a basketball game because that's what I like to do. My team lost, but they gave a good effort. And I got some numerical signs all throughout the game that my angels and spirit guides were, my angel and spirit guides and ancestors were there to comfort me. That's why it's very important to be aware. That self-awareness is huge. Like, what numerical numbers speak to you? How do your guides and your angels try to get your attention? And it's very important in moments of weakness, if you will, in moments of despair, for sure, because then that way you don't feel alone, and you know for a fact that you're not alone. If you're already aware of how the entities around you try to communicate to you when you're crying and you're feeling down and you're feeling low, you know to look up and see that they are still around you, because they're always around you. People forget that, though. And as I said that, I just saw a number on the timer. And then nighttime routine happened. Got the kids in the bed. And then I went to another ritual, I just went all ritual for the rest of the evening. So one of my rituals that I lean heavily on is journaling. I journaled. I actually drew a picture within a picture. And I didn't write, dear diary, today my heart was broken again. I didn't do that. um, but I just wrote what I needed to write and get out on paper, what I needed to get out. And then I went straight towards affirmations so that I didn't stay in the low vibrational. So I didn't have that sick feeling anymore. I cried some more. Crying is so unbelievably good for you. Don't depend on what you were taught as a kid. And then I did some distance Reiki healing. And then I tried my best to go to bed. And when I woke up this morning, it was like my body was feeling a need to release that energy because my stomach was in complete knots. Your body will tell you so much. That's, again, self-awareness. A part of that is paying attention to your body. Your body will tell you all of the signs you need to know when you've been in an oppressive, non-serving situation. Your body will start to break down. You'll start getting stomach problems, migraine headaches, brain frog. Sorry, me saying that was another sign that one of my spirit guides is around me. Brain fog, especially women in my age, they always say, well, it's because we're perimenopausal, la la la. Okay. But then also too, it's because you're in a stress, you're surrounded by too much stress. So my stomach was in complete knots this morning. But I leaned on ritual. I leaned on ritual last night too. And I'll tell you why. Because I have a diagnosed eating disorder. And I have started essentially, I'm having a hard time saying this. I think it's like circadian rhythm, but with food. So what that means is that I only eat when the sun is up. It's a thing. You can look it up on your own. So when this happened yesterday, I didn't go straight to the refrigerator and get like bonbons, or freezer and get like bonbons and Doritos and a huge Coke. And while I was watching the basketball game, which is generally in America at night, right? When the sun's already down, I didn't go sit on the couch and just binge eat like I would have in the past. Usually it would have been like Fruit Loops. I'm a cereal whore. Forgive me for using that word if it's a triggering word for you, but so I don't keep it in the house. But the ritual now is that I don't eat when the sun is down. So I stuck to that. And how was I able to stick to that? Because prior to this situation happening, I spoke into existence through meditation, through affirmations, through prayer, through journaling, that I will turn a new leaf as far as eating is concerned. And because I have already communicated to the universe that that was how I want to continue on a lifestyle path, make it a lifestyle change for me, I was able to lean very heavily into not binge eating. This morning when I got up, I was able to still lean heavily into that, because what would have normally happened is, because I'm supposed to be fasting just until 10 o'clock, or 10 a.m., I didn't go straight to the kitchen and grab that cereal, and I would eat 2-3 bowls back in the day. My recent past. But this is, again, something I know about myself. I know I've been diagnosed with the eating disorder, and one of my triggers is stress. And in order to create change in one's life, you must change. And then I was called very heavily to go into affirmations, into prayer, and speak my truth. One of the biggest paths for me started in 2024, but it definitely is going to be overflowing for sure into 2025 is because I've experienced a lot. And because I know for a fact that I'm not the only one out there who has experienced an immense amount of negativity and low vibration in my life, I'm supposed to be sharing my story with other people. And so that's why I'm here right now. Because I'm supposed to build a collective, a family of people who see the real side of spirituality, spiritual growth, spiritual ascension, and understand that healing is a must, self-growth is a must. But how do you do that, right? How do you even, it's all good and everything. Everybody says all of these bumper sticker things all the time. These cliche sayings sound so good, but how, right? And so that's what this channel is all about. So, am I still sad? Yeah, I sure in the hell am. I'm going to go through a complete grieving process, even though I already know intellectually that this situation had overgrown its stay, had overstayed its welcome, and that I hold accountability for allowing that energy to still be around me. But the lesson in this is that I am on the right path because I have figured out who in the hell I am. And I am not for everybody. And that is okay. And I've said this before and I'll say it again. My mama told me that not everybody is going to like you and you are not going to like everybody. And that is the fact of life. And once you make peace with that, these goodbyes that happen get a little easier every single time. 22:22 on the clock as I say that. So I know who in the hell I am. Thank God. I've taken the time, taken the hard. It's hard. Because along the way you pick up, especially if you're an empath like I am, you pick up other people's personality traits because you're so much of a chameleon. You have to learn how to survive in different scenarios that are uncomfortable. And so you adapt to the people around you. Jane Fonda just recently said this about all of her marriages. Every time she married somebody, she kind of changed her personality just enough so that she could fit her spouse's perspective and idea of what their match is supposed to be. Her core was always there, but it was just enough. So I'm learning to shed all of that, and so should you. So thank God I know who I am. Thank God I knew who I am. Number two, oh my God, thank God. And I use God. That's a part of my vernacular. Welcome to Infinite Light. My name is Shawnee. I use the word God. I use Jesus a lot too. I was raised in the church, but I'm very spiritual. I have ritual. I have ritual to lean on, to use, to recenter, to reground. And I am of the knowing that I deserve so much good and joy because I am this beautiful supply of just love. I'm still optimistic about love. These two towers that I just experienced last night, they need it to happen. Doesn't feel good. But I know what's on the other side of this is something special. Before I go, I wanted to give a shout out. I got these absolutely gorgeous, and this isn't like sponsored or anything. I'm cleaning up my desk before I start reading, but look at this beautiful, this is a Turkish amethyst. Look at that. Do you see the shine on that? I got these for, I originally got these for stocking stuffers, but I'm a, I procrastinate. I procrastinate a lot on things sometimes. So these are now going to become New Year's gifts I'm sending out to some friends. I got these from Drops of Jupiter crystals on Instagram. I love them. It's an amazing couple. They are also as real as I am, as far as the people that sell these crystals, and they do live. Now be careful, because you get your money, you lose your money easily. They do live auctions for their crystals. This is a rose quartz ankh that I got. They're out of Canada. Look at this. I got this sandstone. Look at her. Isn't she beautiful? Sandstone Nefertiti. And then my kitty cat, Obsidian. Here's an obsidian kitty cat. Look at that. Isn't that cute? It's not just Egyptian stuff. I just moved towards Egyptian stuff, but I'll make sure I link them down below. If you're into crystals, like I have so many crystals I haven't even shown you. Look, I got this for Christmas. Isn't this beautiful? Obviously, I have a thing for amethysts, but that's again not all that I have on my desk. I'm just showing you those few things. But I saw these out of the corner of my eye, and I said, you know what? Let me give Drops of Jupiter crystals a shout out, because I love them so very much. So go and check them out if you. I'm being drawn towards these amethysts for a reason. This is look at this amethyst. Look at this. I don't just have amethyst, I promise. But the reason is because it's about grounding and centering and protection and calming the flame, taming the flame. By flame I mean like I'm gonna say it, okay? I used to want to cut a bitch. That used to be my energy. That used to be my energy. I just like sing. If you hurt my feelings, what? I would lose my I'm not that person anymore, and I'm so grateful for it. This situation that I went through yesterday would have been so ugly had I not learned to evolve myself. And now I get to leave with, listen, I have a tattoo on my side. It says, "She is cloaked with strength and dignity." And you better freaking believe that's out of was it Book of Psalms, right? In the Christian Bible. You better believe I walk away cloaked in strength and dignity. I have my dignity, and it doesn't matter if this other doesn't feel like I have my I know I have my dignity. I know I have my dignity. And how truly powerful is it when you normally cuss somebody out, but then you walk away quiet? Deuces. You can be like in England, deuces. What does this mean, right? Deuces. I just cuss some people. I mean, I just flick somebody off. But anyways, that's what I had to share. All right. Know thyself, to thine own self be true. Have your rituals and walk away with dignity and grace. Okay, guys. We got this. You got this. I got this. We are powerful beings, and we are here to make this life work for us, not trample us. All right. Much love and light. See you guys soon. Bye.